New tonight, there has been a dramatic increase in drug-related arrests and citations by the San Diego Police Department. A CBS 8 investigation found they were up 24% last year compared to the year before. CBS 8's Richard Allen is here with more on what San Diego police are doing differently and what community leaders are saying tonight. Richard?
Well, Marcella, that's right. Now, San Diego police tell CBS 8 that this increase is the result of a renewed focus on narcotics enforcement, including a special patrol training program that began back in 2022. Now, this is a trend that some experts say could continue, especially with the recent adoption statewide of a new tough-on-crime ballot measure known as Prop 36.
The increase is significant. According to data provided by San Diego Police, SDPD tallied 3,569 arrests and citations for drug offenses in 2024. That's up from 2,873 in 2023 and 2,737 in 2022. Although during the pandemic in 2020, it was even higher than last year at more than 6,000. San Diego police say that most often these drug offenses involve fentanyl, meth, cocaine, Xanax, and psilocybin, adding that, quote, in recent years after the COVID-19 pandemic, SDPD has re-emphasized narcotics enforcement for patrol officers to combat narcotics-related crimes happening throughout neighborhoods in the city, pointing to that patrol training program by SDPD's narcotics unit. Quote, as more and more patrol officers have received updated narcotics enforcement training, narcotics enforcement has increased throughout the city. Experts say this increase in drug enforcement will continue, not only locally, but throughout the state after the passage of Prop 36, which now allows prosecutors to charge repeat drug offenders on the third conviction with a felony.
That third drug charge, whether it's a misdemeanor or a felony, triggers a felony sentence potentially.
USD law professor Don Dripp specializes in drug policy. He points out there is a possible escape hatch for the defendant if they plead guilty and agree to go through a drug treatment program.
But if the defendant doesn't successfully complete the program, he's already pleaded guilty, and then we will proceed to sentencing, which could be time in jail or even, if it's treated as a felony, even time in state prison.
We have a crisis all over the country. And one thing we do know about this crisis in drug addiction is that we can't arrest our way out of it.
Yusef Miller is head of the North County Equity and Justice Coalition. He's been a vocal critic of Prop 36.
Arrest and jail time doesn't dissuade people from using drugs. What are they going to do? They're going to try not to get caught the next time. That's all.
This is great.
And Miller also says he expects more drug-related arrests as Prop 36 continues, as well as overcrowded jail facilities. Also, for more on this increase in drug-related arrests and citations by San Diego police, just go to cbsa.com, click on the online story.
And so, Richard, just to be clear, if under Prop 36 a drug offender does opt to plead guilty to an offense, they can actually have that wiped from their record?
Well, that's right. So if this is their third offense, they have the chance to waive their right to a trial. They can plead either not, or they plead guilty or no contest.
Okay.
But then to have it wiped from the record, they have to enter drug rehab and complete the program. Otherwise, they've already pled guilty, so they can be arrested and they would have to serve their full term.
Okay, so motivation to try to...
Motivation, yeah, exactly.
To get into rehab. All right, and then also, Prop 36 doesn't just cover drug offenses, right?
Well, that's right. It also cracks down on retail theft as well. All those stories we saw over the past few years of smash and grab robberies, it's cracking down on that too. For example, if an offender is convicted of a third offense like shoplifting or petty theft, if they already have 2 thefts on their record, they could face, for even shoplifting, up to 3 years behind bars, which is a pretty long sentence for something like shoplifting.
All right, well, thanks so much. You get your third offense, right? Third attempt at...
Exactly. So definitely a more tough on crime approach, Prop 36.
Thanks so much, Richard.
Thank you.